Good morning, Veritas. Today is Thursday, May 21st, 2020. Look at your Google Classroom assignments for today and you'll see these three problems, and you'll see the fourth problem will be the challenge problem, which I'll do in the next video. So let's get started right away with number one. It says find the volume in cubic inches, which are inches cubed, which means inches times inches times inches. So inches times itself 3 times, or cubic inches. That's what we measure volume in, if it's inches. So it says find the volume in cubic inches of the following irregular shape. It's irregular because it's actually two rectangular prisms that are put together here. You can see pretty clearly like this one meets up with this one here. So if we find the volume of this one, which they already gave us, and we find the volume of this side and add them together, then we'll have the total volume of the whole shape. Okay, so we're using cubic inches, so we need our answer to be in cubic inches. So I'm going to already put my unit of measurement there, inches cubed, because that's what it wants our answer to be, is in cubic inches. So here we go. So if we look at this part of the shape, they give you the formula for volume is length times width times height. So there's 3 dimensions, inches times inches times inches. So our answer is going to be in cubic inches, or inches cubed. So we have 5 times 3 is 15. So that's the height, the width, and the length here. So 5 times 3 is 15. Times 10 is 150 inches cubed. So they already gave us the volume of this section right there. Now we got to find the volume of this rectangular prism over here. And this is where it gets tricky. Okay, so watch carefully. This is telling us that this is 12. From here to here is 12 inches. It's not telling us that the whole thing is 12. It's showing us that this section is 12. And this dimension this way is 4. So we need to find out what's this dimension, what's the height. We need to know that third dimension. And we also need to figure out what's this whole side, because all we have for the length is this section. We need to find out what's this, and we got to add it to 12 so that we know what's this entire length of this rectangular prism here. Okay, so if this is 12, we got to find out how much this is. So we got to look at this other side of the box. If this side of this rectangular prism is 3 inches, this is just the other side. So that is also 3 inches. Okay, look at this packet of paper for an example, right? This side and this side are the same, right? We're just looking at the other side. So if this is 3 inches here, this here is also 3 inches. It's the same height. Just like if you were to look at this long side, it's the same as this long side down here, right? So we can use this 3 to help us know that, well, this is actually 3 too. Now we have this whole side is 12 plus 3, which is really 15. So the number we're going to use here for this length is 15. So now we have the 2 of the dimensions. We have 4. So the volume is length times width times height. The volume is 15 times 4 times, now we need to know the height. So we have the length, we have the width of 4, now we need to know what's the height. So same thing we just did. If this is 5 inches high, this is the same box, continues, it's the same, it's not any taller, right? It's the same box, goes straight across. This is also 5 inches. Just like this example, if that side's 5, that side's 5 too. Okay, so we had 5 here, this is 5, and this is 5. So we need now 5 times 15 times 4. And that's going to give us the volume of the second part. So 15 times 4, 15 times 2 is 30, 45, 15 times 4, just like 15 minutes, there's 4 of them in an hour. So 15 times 4 is 60. And then we're going to do 60 times 5. So 6 times 5 is 30. I'm going to write 30 first. I did 6 times 5. I ignored this 0. Then I'm going to put one more 0. And I'm going to check it just to be careful. 60 times 5. 5 times 0 is 0 ones. 5 times 6 tens is 30 tens, which is 300. So I was right. The volume of that section is 300 cubic inches. So we're still not done. The answer's not 300 yet. Okay? So now we have this volume's 150 and this volume's 300. The total volume will be 150 plus 300. They're both in cubic inches, or inches to the third power, because we did length times width times height, inches times inches times inches. Now we're just going to add those two sides, and it's 400 inches cubed plus inches cubed are still inches cubed. 450 cubic inches is the answer to this problem. So we have 450 inches cubed, or cubic inches. Inches times inches times inches, because we had length times width times height, 3 dimensions. If you got that, give yourself some snaps. That was tricky. If you didn't get that, I want you to look and see, where did you make your mistake? Maybe you used 12 as the entire length when it was supposed to be 15 because you had to add the 3 here. Your job now is not to just say, oh shoot, I got it wrong. It's to figure out, where did you go wrong and where did you make your mistake, if you made a mistake. If not, give yourself some snaps. Great work here. And let's keep going right on to number 2. It says find the product of 395 and 203. So product is the answer to a multiplication problem. You should know that by now. We've been doing that quite a bit. So we are multiplying 395 times 203. Check very, very carefully that we have the correct numbers. So we're doing 3 digits times 3 digits. So this is tricky. We just got to be extra, extra careful. We're going to have 3 partial products now, so we got to be careful as we work here. So in the ones place on the bottom right-hand corner, we're starting here. We're just going to ignore the 200 and 0 tens for now. We're just going to do 395 times 3 ones. So 3 times 5 is 15. Carry the 10. 3 times 9 is 27, plus 1 is 28. So we write the 8 and we carry the 20 over here. 3 times 3 is 9, plus the 2 we carried makes 11. And there's no more numbers here to go to, so we're just going to write 11 here. There's nowhere to carry the 1 to. So our first partial product is 1,185. That's part of the answer. We're going to have 3 of them this time because there's 3 digits that we're multiplying here. Now you got to hold the ones place with the 0. I put my smiley face as a reminder. I'm going to cross off those ones that I already carried, and now we're starting with the tens place. So 0 tens times 5, 0 times 5 is 0, 0 times 9 is 0, and 0 times 3 is 0. We basically just took 0 tens and we multiplied it a bunch of times. So anything times 0 is 0. So this partial product, because this was a 0, turns out to be all zeros. Okay? But real importantly, now we're done with the 3, we're done with the 0. Now we're on the hundreds place. So we need to hold the ones place. And we need to hold the tens place. Because now we're multiplying 200 times 5. So we're going to just do 2 times 5 is 10. But remember that it's really 200 times 5, which is 1,000. So notice that. We're going to put the 0 here, and we're going to carry this 1,000, which will end up in the thousands place here. So if you don't put these 2 zeros to hold the ones place and the tens place, then your whole answer is going to be in the wrong place value. So we did this, 10, carry the 1. 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19, carry the 1. And then 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Okay, but it's really 200 times 300. So 200 times 300 is really 70,000, right? 2 times 3 is 6 with 4 zeros. Plus the one that we carried makes 70,000. Okay, hope that didn't confuse you. I'm just trying to show you why this 7 ends up in the right place value in this way over here. Okay, so I'm going to put my comma here. Make sure I have 3 digits before the comma. So this is 1,185 plus 0 plus 79,000. And then we'll get our final product. We had 3 partial products here. The second one happened to be 0 this time because we were just multiplying 0. 5 plus 0 is 5. 8 plus 0 is 8. 1 plus 0 is 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. I'm going to carry the 1 over to the 10,000ths place. And then 7 plus 1 is 8. So the total product, the final answer is 80,185. And that is the product. 80,185. Check carefully that you have it right. 80,185. Give yourself some snaps if you got that. Nice work. We got one more problem to work on. Okay, number 3. Find the, if you didn't get that right though, before we go on, this is where you should pause. And you should look here. Where was it that you made your mistake? It might have been a simple addition mistake, but I want your job now is to pause this and find out where did you go wrong so that you don't make the same mistake next time. Okay? Find the area and perimeter of the following irregular shape. You must include the correct units of measurement. So I better make sure I put some circles around there so I don't forget the unit of measurement. Okay, so we have centimeters. So we know area is going to be length times height. So it's going to be centimeters times centimeters. So the area is going to be in the unit of measurement of centimeters squared. So before I even solve it, I'm going to put that there so I don't forget. Perimeter, we're going to be adding all the sides. So centimeters plus centimeters plus centimeters plus centimeters. So the perimeter is just going to be in centimeters. So we're not multiplying centimeters. This would be centimeters times centimeters. That's centimeters squared. We're just adding all these centimeters together. Okay? So that's just going to still be centimeters. So let's check it out. We got 6 this way. We can't just do length times height because this piece here is cut out of it. It's missing. So we need to find 2 rectangles here. We can cut it and make it 2 rectangles, or we can cut it here and make it 2 rectangles. But first we got to find all the sides. So let's see, this is 6. If this section here is 2, we can see that this plus this is the same as the 6. So it's going to be 2 plus whatever this is the same as 6. Because here's 6. This is the same distance, including this and this. To get from here to here is the same as like getting from here to here. So 6 minus the 2, this is 4 centimeters right here. Because 4 plus 2 gives you the same length as this 6. Okay, so that part's 4. Now let's look here. We don't know how much this is yet, but we know that this is 4, and this is 3, and when you add those together, it's the same as this. So 4 plus 3 is 7 centimeters for that side. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have all the sides, so let's find the perimeter. We're just going to add all the sides. There's 6 sides, so we're just going to add them together. Okay, so we have 7 plus 4. I'm just going to start here and go around in the circle and make sure I don't mess up. 7 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6. And then I'm going to make sure I have all 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. Good. So the perimeter is 7 plus 4 makes 11. 11 plus 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6. 5 more. So 11 plus 3 is 14. Plus 2 is 16. Plus 4 is 20. Plus 6 is 26. So our perimeter is 26 centimeters. Okay, just centimeters because we just added the centimeters. Let me add them again. 7 plus 4 is 11, plus 3 is 14, plus 2 is 16, plus 4 is 20, plus 6 is 26, and then we're back where we started. That's why I put that little dot there. 26 centimeters is the perimeter. Now, a little bit harder is finding the area. So we can cut it either here or here because we have all the dimensions. So it doesn't matter where we cut it. Let's cut it here and make it 2 separate rectangles. We got this one here. We'll find the area, and we'll find the area of here. Then we'll add them together. So we're not using 7 because that's now been cut up. We're going to use 6 times 4 for this part. This is the length. This is the height. 6 times 4 is 24. Centimeters squared because we did centimeters times centimeters. So that part's 24. Let's find this part. It's 4 as the length and 3 as the height. So 4 times 3 is 12 centimeters squared because it was centimeters times centimeters. So now we have 12 centimeters squared plus 24 centimeters squared. 24 plus 12 is 36, and centimeters squared plus centimeters squared is still centimeters squared. So the total area is 36 centimeters squared. And that's it. Area is 36 centimeters squared, centimeters times centimeters, and perimeter is 26 centimeters. And that's it. Give yourself some snaps. Nice work today. All right, talk to you guys later. Good luck. See ya.